We are not waiting for heroes. We are who we've been waiting for. And when the veils finally fall, may you remember you were never powerless. Some truths are whispered, some are buried, and some are remembered. We were never meant to live asleep, never meant to fear our own power, and never meant to forget who we are. They told humanity to look outward for salvation, while the greatest technology in existence was already within us. The mind, the soul, the human spirit. I am Earthsong, a voice for those who always felt there was more beyond the veil. This is not just another channel. This is a beacon, an awakening, a place where ancient knowledge, hidden truths, consciousness, human potential, and the mysteries of our reality collide. So grab your coffee, question everything, and remember who you are. Because disclosure is not just about what's out there. It's about what's awakening within us. Welcome to Deja Brew, waking you up to truth, one sip at a time. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are across the nation and around the world. This is Deja Brew, and this is live Saturday night. We're going to do some cool shit tonight, y'all. We're going to talk about energy. We're going to show some cool pictures and some cool videos of people using their energy. I have Ethan with me, and I have Urso.
Hello,
and
everyone.
I am happy to have them both. Say hello, guys.
Hello, everybody.
Same
Urso, I
time.
don't know what happened, but you're sideways, man.
Oh shit!
You look like you need a V8.
Maybe
What
the
happened?
phone. Maybe he has to turn the phone. I don't know.
Did you turn your phone sideways? He looked fine a minute ago.
It just disappeared.
He's probably trying to fix it. That's okay. But
Yeah.
anyway, today we're going to be talking about energy. And why do I have feedback? I don't know either. Let me check this real quick. Make sure I am muted. Okay.
There
I
he
am
is. He's
muted over
back.
there.
Yeah, it keeps kicking me off, but I keep
I know.
coming back.
Okay. All right. Well, you're here with us now. So, first thing out of the gate, since we're talking about energy, and oh well, damn it, I don't even have that pulled up yet. I want to show. Are you guys familiar with the Schumann resonance?
Yes,
Human residence, it's called?
Schumann.
Schumann.
Schumann. Yeah.
No. Mm-mm.
All right. So check this shit out.
That's
Because
the Earth
today,
resonance.
that's the Earth's resonance. That's right. That's exactly right. So check this out here. Today, can y'all see that?
Yep.
Do you see those big black bands? That shit's not normal. Okay.
Okay.
Those black lines are not normal. That's total blackout of the signals that have been getting picked up and brought in.
Okay.
Now, here's what I know about what's supposed to happen to Earth and us because of the sun. The more it picks up its energy and starts blasting us with its plasma energy, we get upgraded. Okay. The Earth gets upgraded, everything gets upgraded. It's like Oprah giving out fucking new cars, right? You get a new car and you get a new car. We all get an upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Everything gets an upgrade.
And I bet you the government don't like that, Kelly.
There's going to be some people that flip out over it,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion.
Yep.
Because when they start seeing ghosts and they weren't able to see ghosts before, or when they start being able to speak in telepathy and they weren't able to do that before, or they start getting little electricity sparks coming out their fingertips and that shit never
Oh,
happened
thanks
before.
a lot.
They're gonna freak the fuck out,
Well,
right?
yeah, I
Yeah,
freaked out. I mean, it's a freaky thing, but it's a learning. Life's about learning until you
that's
die.
right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
So if you
Yeah,
can learn what you're not taught or what's kept from you, that's an uno uno. You know what I mean? Perfect. You know.
exactly. So, like the past couple of days, people have been talking about there's been an uptick in ringing in their ears,
Yeah.
feeling weird, feeling like something has shifted, something has changed. And I have like for real material evidence that
Yep.
we have changed timelines. And I think it's because of this solar energy. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I have this really old dish. Okay. I'm going to show you the bottom of it. There's no writing on it. See, that's how you know it's one of them old ass kind of dishes because
Yep.
there's no stamp.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This dish belonged to mine and Missy's grandma. Missy's
Okay.
my cousin and my co-homeowner, right? We live
Okay.
together.
Hello, Missy.
She helps me raise my kids.
Nice.
But one day, like 4 years ago, she was washing the dishes and she cracked this motherfucker. It had a crack down the middle. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The crack is gone, guys. The crack is gone. We have
How?
changed timelines.
It just
That
disappeared.
completely gone. This thing looks brand new again,
You
right?
did nothing to it. It just disappeared.
Nothing. No. And the
Wow.
crack, it's been like 4 years now. So the crack actually had like a stained tinge to it,
Yep.
you
Marked
know?
right through the dish. Yep.
Yeah. And it's gone. It's totally gone. So
Weird.
that's proof. That is proof
Creepy. I
that
mean,
we actually have shifted timelines. Now, Urso,
Mhm.
I want to ask you, what do you know about shifting timelines? Anything?
Well, I know we have shifted timelines many, many times, and
Mhm.
if they keep turning CERN on the way they are and doing the stuff that they keep doing, we're going to keep switching timelines. I
But it's
think
not
that
CERN. It's us.
well, yes, we individually we do switch timelines. Like say you come to an event to where you actually die and you're whisked off to another timeline. That's been a lot prevalent lately too. Have you heard
Right.
about that lately?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yes.
But the Mandela effect, that's us
Mm-hmm.
also. That's not just CERN. We collectively can affect the Mandela effect and make things like that happen. And collectively, we've been waking up more to who we are, to all the bullshit lies out there and what's really the truth, like all this kind of stuff, right? And I think
Mm-hmm.
that is what has like created this new timeline shift that we're in now. And it has to be a better one because my grandma's bowl is fixed. You know,
Now, if
and
she
our
could leave
grandma's
some
been dead
gold
for
in
like
the
30
floor.
years.
Yeah.
Right? Right? It's got to be a good timeline, guys.
Mhm.
We Mark in chat says the solar cycle has been highly active as far as the flares, CMEs are concerned. Yeah, we've had like crazy bombardment from solar flares and plasma activity lately. And like a lot of people do have symptoms of that shit, right? Like ringing in their ears, or they feel off, or they feel really tired, or feel really funky, or whatever. And normally it's not a very pleasant kind of thing to experience.
Mm-mm.
But I've noticed in the past couple of days that for me, it's kind of flipped. It's opposite of what it was. I'm not real tired anymore. And, you know, like I could sleep 10 hours and feel like I didn't sleep but 3. I would wake up exhausted. And I knew it was because of the solar energy. But the past couple of days, like I can literally go on 3 or 4 hours of sleep and I'm still charged. I am like freaking charged. And
You're
my
like you're
psychic
20 years
stuff,
old again.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like a spring chicken. Yeah.
Mhm.
And my
Mhm.
psychic stuff has my intuition stuff has been like pow, 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 just popping.
Nice.
And yeah. And my cousin, like she's not as far into all this as I am, but she's learning and she's interested. But the other day she was hearing somebody say her name in our house. And I didn't pick up on it. And I'm the damn medium. Like that's what I do for a living. I'm a
Mhm.
medium. And I
Mhm.
was like, what? Somebody's here? And they didn't talk to me? Like, what's going on? I was
I'm
almost
jealous.
offended. You know? Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But I
I've
mean, like,
gotten
there's a lot of
stronger lately too.
I was gonna ask you if you've gotten stronger lately.
I
Tell me
amaze
about it.
myself all the time. Like I'll have a thought, like the cat knocking over something, and I'll look and I'll see like the glass sitting on the table, and I'll be like, eh. And then I'll get up and I'll go move the glass. And then shortly after, the cat comes right through that area, and it would have knocked the glass over had I not moved it. Now I have actually went against this when I've gotten this and resisted the urge to go check the objects or whatever. And sure enough, what I've seen was was going to happen actually did happen. So I've learned to when I get that to definitely go for it.
Mhm.
Definitely, yeah. I I'm wondering if it's your energy that keeps making your camera flip sideways.
Yeah, unless he's doing it. Don't forget he can shapeshift, man.
Right, right.
That's true.
I mean that and that's actually that shape shifting stuff is actually something that I really want to talk to you about because when I was like I have done this wacky shit my whole life, right?
Hmm.
When I was like 13 years old, I was in the middle school hallway where all the lockers are at, right? And I had gotten to my locker before all of my friends, and I'm like, man, I don't want to fucking talk to anybody right now. I'm just gonna hope I'm invisible. And through the whole break that all the kids were in the hallway, they were going up and down the hallway, back and forth by my locker, looking for me and could not see me. And I'm standing right there, right? They didn't see me. And then when I was ready to be seen, I stepped away from my locker and I started walking toward them. And they're like, Kelly, where the hell you been? We've been looking for you everywhere.
Wow.
They didn't fucking see me.
You
So
vacuumed inwards.
yeah, yeah. And it's really all of it is about your thought, your opinion of it, right? If you think you can really do it, then you can really do it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's how easy this shit is. And
Mhm.
so that's why I'm stoked about tonight's show, because I feel like Urso knows that, dude. And
Yes.
Ethan's learning it. Ethan is
Yeah.
totally learning it.
Mhm.
And once he gets the handle of it, he ain't gonna have to use his little tins for your
I'm gonna turn into a
pinched up muscles
superhero.
anymore to
Fuck
charge it
it.
up. He's just gonna be like, zap.
Oh man, I don't know, man. I might go invisible for good. Fucking around,
Nah,
you
it's
know.
a voice thing, man.
I try
You
to
can pick it
study
up.
myself, you know, and that's
Yeah,
it.
but that's how we
It's
learn.
it's it's all about, you know, in all reality, it's all about you guys. And you know, I had an encounter where I went to an island. I seen some shit. Came home. They did a little weird stuff to me before I left. I came home and then I started seeing creatures. Um.
Hold up, time out, time
Okay.
out. What the? What was all that shit? What do you mean you went to an island? They did some shit to you. What did they do?
Oh, they.
It wasn't Epstein Island, was it?
No.
Were you
I don't
MK
know. I
Ultra?
thought
What the
we. I thought
fuck?
we did a show on it, but after I seen the creatures, the tribal, a couple of the tribal ladies went around me, and they had like these vines with shells hanging on them off their fingers, and they were jingling them around and dancing around topless with a fucking skirt on. And I was like, okay, and they were just going around me, and the chief was like, oh, and they don't. He goes, that they're just doing a, you know, letting your soul free. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't think nothing of it. So when I got home, you know, I started thinking about how come and how am I, why, and you know, but my friend had been with me and her wife was there, and so she seen what I seen. You know, she took pictures of it, so I knew that okay, it must not have been that, but it was some weird shit. You know what I mean? I don't know if you know, when I came home, I thought, okay, maybe they put a spell on me. You know what I mean? I don't fucking know. But at the
Well, if
same
they
time,
freed your soul, they were
yeah,
releasing your limitations.
and at the same
They
time,
were
Kelly,
opening
don't,
your
yeah,
door.
at the same time, I have, you know, I'm seeing these creatures and taking photos and
I know
sharing
you've got
it,
some
you know,
great
and
pictures.
yeah, scared to share it, but I share it, and then I have somebody like you step up and say, hey, you know, I want to interview you, Ethan. And then I talk to you. And then you tell me how people used to use their energy in different ways.
Yep,
And I listen. And, you know, of course, life's a learning thing. And I try to finger out every little bit of it and try to understand every little bit of it. So it's not just me. It's people like you and Ursel and Henry, you know, talented people that know a lot of stuff that talk to me and tell me, and then I try to do it myself. You
yeah,
know, I've dazzled in stuff throughout my life. You know, I tried to find God when I was young. I dazzled around, tried to find things that would work for me. I messed with witchcraft a little bit. I bought a book from Amazon, tried to do some spells. It seemed like two spells worked. I was married at the time. She got rid of the book. So I was like, "Oh shit." So, you know, and I read about it, and you know, reading about it, it's how you take it in, and you can just read something, or you can read something to try and understand it and research what you read. And so it's like, okay, you have to believe in what you're doing. You have to, you know, understand this. You have to believe this. And so I know that, and I believe that helped a lot, is believing it with your mind and using your mind control to do something. um but it's you guys, man, and I thank you guys. And like I said, you know, without you guys, I would have never went that route. I would have never went
yeah,
that route. So
yeah. Well,
you
you know,
know,
the truth about the spells and stuff is that if you believe that it's gonna
mhm,
happen,
it works, and
it
it's like,
works.
whoa. You know, so you
Yeah.
know, I know that from you know, dazzling around. And Urso is dazzled around, he's told me. And you know, so you know, I learn things from people. You know, when I
Right.
talk to people and then I take it in and I go, wow, I don't think of it
Yeah.
as evil. I don't think of it as a bad thing.
No,
It's
it's not
it's what you
evil.
use it for. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah.
if I know how to do a spell, or say for instance, you know, I did the electric out of my body. Now, if I use that to hurt somebody, now
That
that's bad.
then it's an evil thing. Yeah.
But I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, I'll show the videos in a minute. Um, the main thing after I played around, I wanted to touch somebody. I
I
so
know.
bad. I didn't want
I
to
know.
hurt anybody, but I wanted
You
to see what it would do.
you
Um,
said that last night on your
really
live, and I
bad. I
cracked
told
up.
you I
I
really
wanna
want to touch
touch
somebody.
somebody.
I'm gonna try to do this live on one of your shows, and
Yeah.
I want to get somebody to come and let me touch them. I want to
Yeah.
try to see if it heals a wound. I want to see, you
Well,
know, what it's capable of doing. I pick everybody's brain. I pick your brain. I pick Ursul's brain, Henry's brain. I pick people's brains, man. And you know, it's like I want to be able to know the truth
yeah.
and do
And
things that, you know.
I want you to actually, like, try that because I'm all for the scientific methods of seeing how all of this works. And for
Mhm.
me, my brother and I, when we were younger, we used to put our energy together. And one time we focused on a power line that was attached from my house to the pump house, and it threw a fucking ball, like ball lightning kind of energy off the power
Mhm.
line. And then it jumped into this cornfield and turned into a vortex and started flying across the road. And we were like, fuck. And my brother wanted to go jump in the damn thing. And I literally tackled him like a linebacker to stop him from jumping in this vortex because I didn't know what it was going to do. I didn't want him to go poof. You
Mhm.
know, what if we opened a portal or something when we did that? I didn't know what was happening. So I didn't want
And
him in it.
you know, by learning this,
So,
Kelly, I've learned that people can put their power together, and Ursula will tell you that
oh,
you can
yeah.
bring power together with different people with
Mm-hmm.
that,
Yeah.
and you can make things happen. And you know, it's how people listen out there. And you know, people might click on the show, your show, my show, whoever's show, see a show like this and go, you know, instantly and back out. And that's not what
Yeah.
to do. Because if I would have been that way, I would have never learned it. And when I
Yeah.
heard
Or
you talk about it, I've heard Henry talk about it, I heard Urso talk about it, and I didn't go, eh. I
Yeah.
listened and was like, really? How? You know
But
what I mean? How?
that's because you're ready to
Mhm.
learn, Ethan. Those people that go, they're not ready yet, right?
Mhm.
And when I first started really figuring this out in my late teens, early 20s, I was so stoked about it. I wanted everybody to listen to me. And when they
Yeah.
didn't listen, it would drive me nuts. I'm like,
Mhm.
"You just don't know how crazy special we are. Like,
Yeah.
we can all do this." And they
Mhm.
didn't give 2 shits.
Yeah. And
And
I've
I
been
had to
called.
learn, and maybe
Mhm.
Orso can relate to this because he's a Cancerian too. I had to learn that it ain't my place to make people ready for this shit.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Mhm. You
If
know,
they're ready, I
I
will
try to
teach
show
them,
people, I try to
but if
show
they're not,
people and hope they understand, you know what I mean? But you know, then again, Kelly, I do get emails and saying you're a freak. You know what I mean? You and your freak friend needs to quit doing shows about freak
well,
shit. You know what I mean? So consider me a freak, consider me a creepy creature, whatever you want. Consider
I'm
me, you know,
sure.
whatever you want to call me. I don't give a shit. But I'm high
Yeah, I don't
energy,
either.
positive person, and I know I can use that high energy. You know what I mean? For good things. And it's like,
Yeah,
whoa.
I'm
And they
sure
don't
there's
they
plenty
don't
of
like
people
that.
in the world that
Yeah,
think we're all freaks, but
I've prayed to the aliens, so they
that ain't
think,
something
oh,
to worry
you're a
about.
devil worshiper, you're this, you're that. It's like I'm being
Well,
honest with
listen,
people. And if
but
people don't want to try it for themselves, that's their problem. You know,
okay,
but it
so
works.
listen, when people tell you that you're crazy for praying to the aliens for them to come and see you, you tell them to go look at some of Chris Bledsoe's work because that's
Mhm,
exactly how Chris Bledsoe gets all of the orbs to come show up for people.
mhm.
And
I
he
talk
brings
to them.
big crowds together.
I
And I
talk
too,
to them.
yeah, I too will call in UFOs and orbs the same way. and you can call in aliens exactly the
Yeah.
same.
Mhm.
And recently, my cousin has started doing this because she's trying to overcome her fear of actually remembering seeing them face to face.
Yeah.
Even though our whole family has this long line of experiences with them, right? Which it
Yeah.
runs in families usually.
Mhm.
She's been trying to come to terms with that. And the other night, she come barging out of her bedroom at like 2 a.m. and she said, I just came back. And I'm like, what? And she's like, I literally just walked through the fucking wall and came back and I remember it. And she was freaking out about it, but in a
Yeah.
good way, like in a good way, you know? Um, also, I want to ask you about a little bit of your experiences and stuff because like I've said, we are innately able to do these things, but certain
Mm-hmm.
different situations in life can push people to learn this faster. And when you were on Ethan's show last night, you said something about some type of child abuse or something that was happening to you by some people when you were younger. Do you mind to touch on that a little bit and explain that better? Because I'm wondering if your experience with that isn't what was the catalyst
Oh,
for
we
you
lost
being
him.
able to shape shift and render yourself invisible. Did we lose him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Maybe
Yeah, I'm
he's
back.
coming.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it kicked me off again. I don't
So,
know
so
why
what
it keeps
Kelly's
kicking
talking
me,
about,
but
Ursel, the part Kelly's talking about is where I
Mhm.
was asking you, and you said something about when you were 5 years old or something, and the military take you and all that. And I was asking you questions. That's probably what Kelly's asking you familiar about.
Yeah, that's when we would go to Fort Meade for like fireworks or some seasonal thing because they had seasonal things there for the community. They would invite the community to come and they would have these fireworks and bands and cookout type things, and so we would come over there and the MPs would come around after a while and they would take us little ones and let the older ones stay with the parents. And they would take us into these buildings. They said, all the parents seemed to let them do. Of course, they're MPs. I mean, it's. I'm sure you had a choice to say yes or no, but as far as anybody saying no, nobody's ever said no that I know of. But
Yeah, they're
they would
trusting him.
hmm They would take us in these buildings, and then they would give us these little puzzles and things to put together. They would show us cards and have us guess, and like we did in school, because we would do some of the similar things in tag and in gate.
Okay, so
And
were you in the GATE program?
yes,
That explains a lot. I was too.
You were
ah,
too? You never told
Yeah.
me that, Kelly.
I just wrote a book. My newest book is about me being in the GATE program. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you go off for 2 weeks every year to a camp?
See? See my book?
Mm.
That's little girl me
Aw.
when I first started the GATE program.
Huh.
And yeah, I did the camp. And I actually was taken into what they called the jump room program in 5th grade, where I was put in this
Mm.
little bitty, it looked like an elevator, but it was actually like a teleportation type machine. And it would send us to the moon and Mars and all kinds of crazy shit.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah. So that actually explains to me a little better why you can do what you can do. And now go on with your story. Sorry.
Wait a minute. Where can people get the book? Where can people get the
On my
book?
website. On my website.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome. Okay.
earthsonglovecraft.com. Go to the
Nice.
shop. Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, go ahead, Urso.
So we would get to this part after a while they would have us lay down in this room, and the ceiling open. You could see the sky, and they would have us focus, and they would give us images, or they would give us words or phrases that they want us to project upward into a point up into the sky. And I remember that when I would be taken back to my parents, there would be times that when the fireworks and everything was going off, I would be just holding on to the grass because I was afraid the men was going to come down. I remember saying that a couple times, and my parents were always like, "What do you mean the men are going to come down and take you?"
Right. So did you see the Men in Black too?
Not till 2018 when I had encounters with Greys. I never had encounters with Greys till 2018.
Mhm.
Up until 1996, I didn't give two squats about aliens. I never gave it any thought. I never, did anything of that. I had no interest in it. My interest was in devils, demons, witches, witchcraft, conjuring, necromancy, uh, um, psychic abilities. Those were my interests. Ghosts.
Right.
And then in 1996, I was in Hawaii. Wow, what was that? Did you see that flash? And
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
then
I
in
did not. I looked away for a
1996,
moment.
You're gonna have to rewatch the movie.
I
wow.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
missed that shit.
Wasn't me. My hand was right here with a cigarette. So
Ethan didn't do it.
Yeah, wow, man.
Yeah,
I
go
was in
ahead.
Hawaii, and I was up on this balcony, which had stairs that you would walk the balcony. There was an apartment up there. I was walking towards the balcony, towards the steps to where you had to turn, go out onto a landing, and then step down to the steps to go down all the way to the driveway. I remember it was 8:30 because I had gotten off the bus at about 8:20, and I'd walked up, and the cats were hungry, so I'd went and I'd gotten the food, and I'd walked back, and I was walking to take the food to go down and feed them. All I remember is I walked to the landing, I turned, I stepped outward and went to step down to go down the steps. Next thing I know, I'm sitting in the driveway under a tarp that was there, that we had a party, like a New Year's party, and we had the whole driveway. We had tables and karaoke, all that stuff.
Right.
And I'm sitting under this tarp, and I'm in this tube of light, and I'm just like, wait a minute, there's no light up there. So I go to get up, and the light just shuts right off. So I walk out from underneath the tarp, expecting some fat Hawaiian up there, with some cheesy grin and a spotlight, because he used to go spearfishing with me all the time. And the only thing that I could uh, see was this huge black triangle. It was blacker than the night sky. And it went, it was over the neighborhood. It went clear over into the next neighborhood. It was probably over part of the cemetery too. And I'm like, oh, damn. And it just started moving. And there was no sound whatsoever. And it banked upward. and we have these mountains that was behind us, and it cleared the mountain about 250 feet up above it, almost hit a tree that was growing out of the side of the mountain. But it scraped past it, went up about 250 foot, and then just shot straight out, just choom, gone. And it just leaves you standing there with your mouth open.
Mhm.
You know, you're trying to say something, you can't say nothing. And it was 1 a.m. exactly 1 a.m. And last I remember, I was just turning onto the steps at 8:30.
Wow. That's a lot of
So
missing time.
that's 4.5 hours. Yeah.
And this was your first
And then I
experience with
had
the
to,
Grays?
the beige color ones. That was the first time that I was allowed to know that I had been taken. They seemed not want me to know before then. They had blocked all my memories.
Right.
There goes that flash again. And after that, well, after that, I did start to get memories from when I was a child. Like, I remember I was about 6 or 7, and my mother, she got me up one day, and we got into the car, and we was going on this trip, and I don't know for where, I don't remember where, but I know we drove for hours and hours, and it had gotten dark, and my mother was like, I'm getting tired, we're going to stop and rest. So we're riding along, and we see this like motel, but it looks like a circus big top. And we pull up in there, we go inside, we get a room, we have keys. We go into this room. My mother gets on the bed and goes to sleep because she's tired because she'd been driving all day. And I, was looking around the room and was playing with some shit on the floor. And next thing I know, it's like someone that I don't remember ever seeing came in and made me get on the bed, made me lay down on the bed next to my mother and go to sleep. All I remember about that place is it had like canvases on the wall, like the inside of a big top, like a circus. There was never any people that I ever recall seeing. And I know we stayed there, and then the next day we were driving on the street. My mother does not remember any of this, but she was there.
Right.
And we took this trip. My grandmother remembers us taking this trip when I was that young. But my mother, she doesn't remember anything about it.
Yeah.
And that
That's a
has to be
common
a
thing.
screen memory.
Yeah. That's a common thing where your memory is kind of swiped. And I'm honestly wondering if it's the aliens that swipe our mind or if it's us, or maybe a little of both. Because psychologically speaking, they have proven that our own brain has the ability to block trauma, to block things that we can't process and
Ignore it, block
understand.
it. Did that really happen? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it's your mom that blocked it or if the aliens did it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because I didn't remember a whole lot of my encounters when I was young either until I got regressed. Um, I only remembered like two very specific ones. And one was with Grays and the other one was with Pleiadian people. I mean, they look just like us, except, perfect. So that was the difference. They looked absolutely perfect. Um, but other than that, like if you would have asked me before my regression, I only had 2 encounters. But when I had that regression done, and that's why I do quantum regression now, because I'm like, this is the coolest shit that you can find out all this stuff about yourself, right? Because this was an ongoing
Mm-hmm.
thing with myself, with my brother, with my mom, with my dad, with like my grandparents, aunts and uncles, cousins. Like we were all experiencing it, all of us. And my grandpa would even say, like, "Yeah, I saw that UFO. It came down over the pond and dropped a bunch of frogs back out into the pond after it was done testing water." And I'm like, "What do you mean it was testing the water?" He's like, "Well, what else would they be doing with it?" I'm like, "Okay, good point." And he was
Mm-hmm.
Native American, so he was more chill about all of it. You know, he was way chill about the whole
Mm-hmm.
scenario. But I wonder sometimes if it's not us that is actually the one doing the mind swiping, you know,
Yeah, I think
because it
that
is there.
some people that go into shock do that as well, Kelly. Like they'll go
Right.
like a car accident and then they don't want to
Yeah.
realize that, you know, somebody died, or they just kind of try to block it, and you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I see that happening with people as
Yeah.
well. Mhm.
It's
Ethan, if you
part of
don't
the
mind.
MK Ultra process.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I
Right.
think a lot of people get abducted and they don't realize they have, because of, like, you know, either the
Yeah.
aliens, you know, making your mind not think about it, or, you know, they put you under somehow and did it, or,
Yeah.
and you don't know, but you can, you know, you start to remember weird shit and you're like, why am I thinking that? Why am I remembering that?
Yeah.
You know, I see a lot of people tend to have that. And then I see a lot of people that say, for instance, like the MK Ultra, or, you know, Philadelphia experiment, to where these people are remembering, almost like they had a shot and the shot's wearing off, and now they're remembering fucked up shit, and then they're trying to
Yeah.
put it back together and they're going, wow. It seems like a lot of them have that. From me
Yeah.
checking people out and interviewing people as well, it seems like a lot of them are having that. So is it they flash something in like Men in Black and take your mind, just swipe your mind, or, you know, it makes you wonder. It really does.
Yeah. Well,
Amnestics.
for
They give
me,
you that pink liquid.
Yeah, yeah, it makes
actually,
you wonder.
that pink liquid that we had to drink for the GATE program was a drug that enhances your ability to tap into the psychic ability. It's
Hmm.
not to make you forget. And
Okay.
I
Hmm.
personally remember all of my GATE training. I don't recall anybody ever trying to mind swipe any of us at
Okay.
all.
Hmm.
Um, and I just never told my parents about it because I was a kid, and so I'm figuring my parents must have signed off on this. I
Yeah.
mean, clearly they just know. That's the way I thought about it.
Or went through it themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, turns out my dad actually did some contractor work for the CIA about the same time. And when he figured out that I was in the GATE program, he was hella pissed. Like he drove me all the way to Washington, D.C. and stuck me in a chair in a hallway and went into somebody's office and ripped ass. And that's in my book. Cause I mean, like that happened actually twice. He drove me all
Wow.
the way to DC, just me and him. So he was somebody, you know, to be able to just fucking walk in the White House and rip somebody's ass.
Yeah, and be
He,
able to
he
do it. You're right. Hmm.
yeah, I mean, he was somebody,
Yeah.
clearly.
Not just anybody walks in.
Hmm.
Right. And like everything about my dad was a mystery until after he died anyway, because nobody in my family, there's 7 of us and I'm the baby. And nobody had a clue he was even in the military until after he died. And I was the only one that was still under 18. And this big manila envelope got delivered to my house with all of my dad's certificates and paperwork and shit in it. And he was a captain in the Merchant Marines. He was a captain in the Coast Guard. He did all kind, and I'm like, what? And we never even had a fucking clue. Like we thought he was a riverboat captain, and the reason he was gone for 2 or 4 months was because of that. But that was really just the cover story.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, he
Mm-hmm.
was into all kinds of shit, you know? But I do feel like we it's our brain that makes us not remember shit. And like you were saying, Ethan, all these people that are suddenly starting to remember, I think that's actually got something to do with this thing that I call the Great Awakening, right? Which is what I started to say to begin with, because I've known ever since I was a little bitty kid that I volunteered to be here for something called the Great Awakening that wouldn't even start until I was in my late 40s. Well, I'm 53 now. And in the past 4 years, the amount of people, really 6 years, because ever since
Yeah.
2020 is when they've been coming out of the woodwork and finding me,
Oh yeah.
right? And they're like, I remember some shit and I can do this and I can do that. And all these memories are coming back. And I think maybe we were kind of just all of us volunteers were just sort of like sleeper cells, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, because it's happening to a lot of people, like you're saying.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
it's stepping up. It's weird. You're right.
Yeah. And maybe that's got something to do with all this solar activity that's going on. Maybe that's somehow unlocking our memories in our brain. I mean, Einstein wrote about when we get into the dark rift of the Milky Way, which we're now physically in, our whole solar system is now in the dark rift, that
Yeah.
it would force merge our right and left hemispheres of our brain, and we would start understanding that we're more psychic than we realized.
Yeah.
And even that is like coming true with everybody, suddenly being able to do shit that they didn't know they could do before. So I think we're in some really, really exciting times right now. And I just wanted I want to get your thoughts on that, Ethan, but I also want you to get your cell phone ready so that you can
I
start
got
showing
it.
some of the pictures and the video of some
I
of
got
the
it.
shit that you can do. And here in a little while, when
And
we're
it's not just because I can do it. Just like I said, Kelly, it's because of all
no,
of you. It's because of all of you led me to that. I started, I
yes,
talked to you, I met you. You are a wonderful, sweet person. You taught me, told me a lot of stuff. I met other people, Henry and Ursel and just different interesting people, and they told me, hey, and it was like weird because it was almost like how things come to you in certain reasons, and it was like it came to me, and boom, it was almost like it was meant to be, and then therefore I was already trying to practice hiring that level of energy in the body.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
I I don't know if you're
But
ready for me to go on with it. Then I can.
listen,
Okay.
the whole point of doing this show tonight is to show other people that are watching that this is very possible for
Yes. Yes.
everyone, for
It's
like
tricky,
everyone,
but it's
you
possible.
know?
It's very tricky, and it's.
Yeah.
I can tell everybody what I went through and how it's tricky. So, do you want me to? Do you want me to do it that way?
Okay, hold on just a second, because there's
Oh,
two
we got two
Ursos in the
Earths.
room now. I got to figure out which one he is so I can
Oh shit!
delete the other one.
Far one.
There we go. I got it
Got
now.
little memory. I've multiplied.
There we
Yeah.
go. Now we got it fixed. Yeah, because there was like an echo from having two of you. This Zoom drops me out sometimes, and when I come back, there's two of me.
Oh
Freaks me
man.
out. All
Man. Yeah.
right, Ethan.
So,
Glad
yes, I'll
one
get it.
wasn't a vestigial.
Yeah, I'll get into it.
Right.
By listening to everybody, Kelly, Henry, Ursel, a couple other people, you know, I took it in, and I was listening, and I took it, and actually, I was already having a lot of encounters, and I noticed with my encounters, I have to have high energy. When I'm down and out or bad stuff's around me, I don't have those encounters like that. So I got addicted to hiring my energy, because I knew that was working for me with everything. And if I didn't hire my energy and I went 2, 3 days without an encounter, I thought something was wrong with me, and it made me nervous. And because I couldn't see that good, and I didn't know what was going on, um, I kind of study myself like a project. with these creatures, because I also try to study the creatures and figure out why, what, if they have feelings, this, that. I mean, I'm all over it. And I learn a lot. And that's what I really like. And when you learn it from seeing it yourself, then you know it's true.
Right.
Um, so I like to do that rather than hear someone tell me. But I still like to hear people tell me stuff like how you've told me and other people's told me, you know, like higher in your energy and da da da, because I
Yeah.
wouldn't even have made
I
it to that
mean,
point.
I think really we're all kind of from the show me state, right? We got to test this shit for ourselves to know that it's real. It's cool to hear
Yep.
somebody else tell about it, but
Mhm.
unless you've got like a demonstration,
Yeah.
some show and tell kind of
Yeah.
shit, like we're
Yeah.
going to do today,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's kind of
So
hard for people
yeah.
to pick up what you're throwing down, right?
So by listening to Kelly and by listening to other people, I took that in and I thought, okay, I was already experiencing trying to higher my energy. I have a unit that, you know, of course I hook to me and I know it hires my energy. I feel it do it. And I put that thing on me, which I'll show it so people ain't confused. Otherwise, people will be like, what is he talking about? So there it is. And this thing, you know, I stick on my back. I stick one on the middle of my spine, a pad, and the other one on my shoulder or whatever. And I run that on. I used to only be able to run it on 4, but now I run it on high. It doesn't even affect me. On 4, it make you like jolt. You know what I mean? So now it don't do that to me. I'm just so used to it. It's just well. So I started to try to hire my energy to see if that was helping with my encounters. And in the meantime, I was dealing, you know, I was talking a lot with Ron Moorhead. And we were, you know, I was charging myself and he was going, okay, try it for 3 days and then take it off for 2 and see what happens. And I was doing that and I could see the highs and the lows, just like how our body gets, just how our mind gets highs and lows, high energy, positive, and then, negative energy, and by not having it. And I was seeing the difference and I'm like, whoa. So then I soaked that in. I learned that, and then by listening to Kelly and everybody, I thought, okay, how can I hire my energy more and more than what I'm actually doing? And so I thought, okay, I'll wear the unit longer. I'll wear it for like all day long for 2 days straight, see what the hell will happen. At the same time, I learned, and I know by my own common sense, that life is really strange. There's a lot of weird things in life. Our body is like a battery.
Yeah.
We have negative and positive. And so if you think of your mind, your body as a battery, we have to take in energy or we will die. We'll get sick, we'll die, right? We have to, that's what we live off of, that energy. And we get the energy off of foods. We can get energy out of a lot of different things besides food that people talked about that is real and it really works. There's energy all around us. The trees give off energy, a lot of things give off energy. And so I'm going to put this straight. When you walk up to somebody and you say, hi, how you doing? And that person's like, oh, pretty good, pretty good. Oh, my mother just died and da 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 da, and this and that, and my dog got hit last week. And what that does when you're high energy is that takes that high energy, you feed off of each other. People feed off each other, and they feed off each other with energy, negative and positive. So if everybody around you is positive and no negative, your energy will be high. Soon as somebody comes along like that and does that, it brings you down. Now you start to think, oh, that poor lady. Oh man, can you believe that? And it's on my mind and I can't get it off my mind. That's negative. People might not think that's negative, but it's negative. It's bummer stuff to wear down your energy. We are like a battery now. So certain things can wear down that energy. So I thought, okay, I'll stay away from all the negative energy. Earth gives off the negative energy by the news. Just every time you turn on the news, it's something bad. That's negative. That's a negative energy flow. Um, you know, you have to stay positive to be able to do this. This is one major important thing. If anybody's out there that wants to be able to do this, you have to stay positive. And what I did at that point, I thought, okay, your body's like a battery. And, I need to keep the negative away from the positive because people take off of different people's emotions. It's the same thing. And so I stayed positive for like 2 days straight, 3 days straight, did not turn the news on, avoided anybody that I thought was negative. And, you kind of feel it up, whoa, they're negative. Something happened. Just avoid them. Don't talk to them today. So I did that. And it was about, I want to say 12:30-ish, just after midnight. And I felt really tingly. My body felt like I was 20 years old again. Like I could go out hop fences, boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? And I just felt really weird. So I thought, man, I better eat. Something's wrong with me. Did I have too much coffee? Maybe I was so high of energy where I felt a little bit shaky when I held something. And so I thought, man, I'm going to go make me some eggs and, something to eat. So I'll make me scrambled eggs and a glass of milk or something, get something in me. Maybe that'll make me feel better because I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. I feel real weird. And at that point, I went into the kitchen and I want to make eggs. And I picked up the fork. And when I picked up the fork, I went to the stove to mix my eggs. And these lines were shooting out of the fork. And I thought, what the hell's wrong with me? I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. And so I was like, what? And on my butcher block, I had peaches in a jar that I was eating at. So the jar was open on a wood butcher block. And so I went to touch those peaches, and the shit was, these lines were shooting out of my fingers that I was like, wow. And as soon as I would get close to the peaches, before I even touch them, the lines would shoot out. So I
Show us
thought,
the pictures.
I'm going to. And so I thought, wow. And I wasn't thinking in my mind, at that point, because I was kind of shocked, more or less, that this happened. And then after it happened, I ran and woke somebody up in the house. Get up, get up, get up there. Record me, record me. And that person was like, holy shit. Their mouth was dropped. I couldn't say anything anymore. My mouth was dropped. I was like, the feelings that I had were scary feelings because I didn't know what was going on. At the same time, I was very interested and very wanting to explore, wanting to see what else was going to happen. So I was interested. So I opened my junk drawer, reached in my junk drawer to grab something, and I accidentally touched the light bulb with my pinky, and the light bulb lit up. So I brought the light bulb out. The speaker wire lit up when I touched it. I brought that out, set that on the table, and I started demonstrating and making videos so everybody can see for themselves. So tonight I'm going to show you these videos. When I pulled out the ruler, I thought to myself, now, this is the point where I thought in my mind, I thought about everybody talking like Kelly and everybody, and Henry talking about, push your mind towards doing something. And I thought, okay, I want to take this ruler and throw it across the room like Carrie, like the movie Carrie. Move, 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 I thought in my head. And I did the laser thing out my fingers at it. And it was weird because I could control it at that point. It was like I could just make it come out. And it was like, oh my God, just by thinking like how you would to go pee. So I thought, move, and the ruler started shaking, do, like it wanted to go. So I'll start off. We'll start off with the orange juice. or the peaches. I'm not sure how great everybody will see it, but I'll try to hold it, and then Kelly can tell me to adjust it or whatever. So here's the peaches. Can you see it, Kelly? Should I come forward, backwards?
Yeah, you're okay.
And then you could see it's shooting out my fingers.
Yeah.
Right at the jar of peaches. No metal involved.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then the butcher block, wood.
Yep, I see it.
And it's like,
That's
wow.
that is so cool. I love it.
It just amazed me, and I was so
Yeah.
freaked out. You know, not used to it. First time this has ever happened. And I tried to do this, like you've talked about.
Yeah. I mean, you can see it straight coming down from your fingers to the butcher block.
You can see it good. I'm hoping the light is reflecting or the phone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can see it really good.
All my fingers. And it was coming when I put anything near me, like I put a light bulb to my knee and it lit up.
Yeah.
It was like my body was power.
Yeah. And we have that power all the time. You just juiced it up extra much, right? Scientists even know now that we've got these little laser beams that come out of our eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we are so cool, you all.
There's the egg. You can see as I touch the fork to the eggs, it's going right to the pan.
Oh, yeah.
That made me nervous because it was the cast iron pan. And I thought, okay, whoa.
No, that's not the kind
and
of
my milk.
That's not the kind of electricity that's dangerous, though.
Yeah, then my milk, I'm like, oh my God. You know what I mean? A glass of milk touching my fork to it. I'm like, come on. So at this point, I thought,
cool.
Yeah, at this point, I thought, I'm going to touch a bulb because I touched it in the drawer and brought it out. And I thought, whoa. So this was the trip. Everywhere I touch the bulb with my finger. If I don't touch the bulb and I'm close, then the beams come out of my finger.
Right.
Now do you see why I wanted to touch somebody?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
you're not devious. You obviously were positive because you had to wake someone up with it shooting out your fingers, and you didn't take that opportunity.
Yeah. I'm like, tape this. I you know what I mean? I didn't.
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe what I was doing.
I love it. That's incredible.
And it's wicked because when it comes out, it makes a noise. It goes like a. I'll turn the volume up. I forgot to turn the volume up, but it makes a noise. It's like, oh my God. So I did the light bulb. I thought to myself, I played around a couple more times with light bulbs. I thought to myself, I'm going to try to light a cigarette. Just
with your finger?
I'm thinking. You know. So I picked up an antenna, a little antenna, which is pushed in. And I took the antenna to the tip of the cigarette and thought in my head, like everybody says in your head. Yeah. And I touched the tip of the cigarette and I lit it. So I'll pick up that antenna piece and then I start touching the cigarette. And it lights. I work it out.
Wow.
I light that sucker. Now that amazed me because I was like, oh my God, if I probably could light paper on fire, obviously. And you know what I mean? It's just the things you can do. It makes you wonder what else can you do? You know what I mean? If you're capable of lighting a cigarette with that power, what else are you capable?
Right.
Is it over with? I can't tell. No, I'm still lighting it. So you see the cigarettes, it's lighting. Very amazing, guys.
Very cool.
This just goes to tell you what Kelly talking about is true. Goes to tell you very true. So the cigarette lit.
So having some issues again.
Yeah, and I'll just continue. So I grabbed a wire. I thought, you know what, man, I'm gonna get a wire, and because the speaker wire, every time I touched it, every time I touched the speaker wire, it lit up. So I'm like, oh my god, the whole entire wire lit up like it was the stuff coming out my finger. And so when I grabbed the speaker wire, this amazed me out of all. Now we have to stop and we have to think energy and power is strong. It's strong, and you can do a lot with power and energy. It runs a lot of stuff. So I thought, whoa, when I grabbed the wire, it stuck up straight in the air and lit up. And I was like, oh my God. So here that is.
Oh, wow.
And it stuck straight up in the air, the wire did, and did that.
Somebody in our chat said they'll give you $5,000 to do it live right now.
Live, right? It's live, and I will do it live on Kelly's. And you don't have to pay the $5,000 unless Kelly makes you. I don't want.
If you get $5,000, I get half.
Yeah, we're here to show you guys the truth, and and explain to you that things can really, you have to build your power up, like I said, and you have to stay high energy, no negative, and you have to work on that. And like I said, I don't know if it's the unit as well doing it to actually push me to that level, help me more. I don't almost like a training wheel. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't know.
It's a tool.
Instead of my body just totally doing it, because it is tricky. You have to
show everybody your TENS unit so that they know what you're using to do this.
Yeah, so I'll show the unit. My unit has a crack in it, which maybe that's why it's doing it. Maybe it's a lawsuit. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's it right there. I paid $500 at Park and Swap in Arizona for this unit. It's $1,000 on Amazon to buy it brand new. So I don't.
I have one too.
Got a hold of the company.
I have one too, but I've never used it for anything other than getting rid of your sciatica and shit like you're supposed to use it for.
Yeah. So the one I use on there, it's a pinprick, and it goes like somebody's jabbing you with a pin.
Yeah, like they're nailing you.
I put one on my spine, right down below my neck, right there, and one on my side of my muscle, right there. And for some reason, after a little bit, your head starts to start to tingle and feel different. And it's like, I don't know if maybe it's because I'm hooking it on my spine, or it's got a crack in it, or you know what I mean? But that unit,
it's the electricity itself.
Yeah, because you have to take your common sense now, like Kelly says, and you have to think about this. Okay, our bodies, we sweat, we have pores. And this white thing gets charged by the outlet like a battery. And then when you put it on, it wears itself down. Where is that power going? It's absorbing into your body.
Right.
And that's exactly what it's doing. So you're gaining that energy from it. Electro, I get hot when I wear it. My body heats up. It don't even matter if it's wintertime. It's just like boom.
So
do you want I'll show you the ruler one. I got a couple more, but I'll show you the ruler one that I was talking about moving. Very wicked.
It's not a new concept. The Aztecs used to cut themselves and put quartz crystal in their skin to raise their frequency.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? That was a ritual that they used to do when they wanted to raise their frequency. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Oh, look at that. Are you moving? Is the ruler being pushed?
I'm trying to move it like the movie Carrie.
Is it like a metal ruler?
It's moving. And that's
a metal ruler?
No, it's a plastic, with an old plastic one. And the funny thing about it, when I go to touch it, the whole thing down the scale lights up on one side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought it was a light.
Yeah, I was afraid to touch metal. The pan was the closest to the metal.
I'd have been afraid to take that shower you took.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's me touching the bulb, and it's going through the bulb to the speaker wire. And the bulb
Oh,
will hold the
wow.
charge. The bulb will hold the charge for a little bit.
That's too
I
cool.
noticed that on when I touch light bulbs, they would hold the charge for a few minutes and die
Yeah,
out.
because of the filament in them.
Mm-hmm.
That's so fucking cool. I
It's
love
just
that.
wicked shit, man. Just wicked.
I'm going to start doing shit like that because I didn't even think to ever test that kind of stuff.
When it came, yeah, so this went on from about 12:30 to about 5 in the morning. I tried to make myself lay down because I had stuff to do the next day.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so hard to go to sleep. I think I laid there and rolled around for 3 hours and
Oh
then
my
finally
God.
fell asleep because it was just too hard to go to sleep. I didn't feel tired. I didn't feel like I
Right.
needed to sleep. I felt like I'm gonna go outside, clean the yard. But then again,
But
I
then
don't
again,
want to
I
touch
don't want to
the
touch
yard because the fact
because the
that
fact
it was
that
tripping
it
me
was
out.
tripping me out.
Yeah, at that point,
Right.
I thought, "Oh my God, am I changing? Am I? Is this going to go away? Is this getting stronger? Am I gonna? What did I do to myself? Oh my God!" At that, and then I
Yeah.
thought, "Lay down, calm down." And I thought, okay, and that's when I laid down. And when I would touch something, like say I would grab this full blast, like
Yeah.
squeezing it, nothing would happen. But if
Yeah.
I barely touch something, like
Yeah.
or
Because
have a
it's a
inch
delicate
away,
energy.
yeah, it would be like
Yeah.
it would come out.
Yeah. So
So
I want to interrupt you for a minute.
okay,
I've got people in the chat that seriously want you to put your tins on and start charging yourself up for a while. And if you're willing to do that, you go ahead and do that. And I want Urso to talk to people about our chi energy, like he started to explain last night on your show, how we can like rev that shit up, right?
yes, and that's the
So
next goal I'm shooting for because
I'm,
Ursula told
yeah,
me how he said, "Have you ever made a
Hmm.
ball and then threw the ball?" And I'm like, "No,"
yeah.
and I'm like,
That's like a
"Okay, I
martial
want to
arts
do
Hmm.
thing,
that."
actually.
So Ursula tried to show me what to do. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna try to do what he did.
I want him to tell everybody how to do that. And if you want to put your tins on and start charging up, that would be awesome.
So when I go to it takes me like a day or two, and I have to stay fully positive. So
Okay.
within the week, we'll do a live on Kelly's show, and we'll do it right here live, so everybody
Okay.
can see.
Cool. Fair enough.
Like cool.
I just thought I would see if I could put you on the spot or not.
I would like to touch somebody though. Like I said, Kelly, I would really want to
Yeah.
experiment with it, and that's why when I did a show with Ursul the other day, and he talked about, have you ever made a ball and thrown the ball, and now I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh, I want to do that.
Yeah.
You know,
So I
I'm just
actually want him to
Hmm.
talk about that and
awesome.
explain to everybody what that means.
Awesome. Shoot, Ursul.
Yes, when I was being trained, when in Tai Chi and Qigong and pushing energy, they would we would take this exercise where we would push out our energy into a ball, and we would breathe and focus ball to where we could feel the sponge. Once you start to feel the sponge, you can then start to throw it. You would throw it to the other person, and they would throw it to the other person, and then back to you. You would actually feel the energy come to you, and you would catch it, and it would be swirly
Yep.
when you would catch it, and you would just keep adding to the energy. The more you catch it, the more you throw it, the more energy you add to it, and eventually you'll get to where you can be able to make an energy ball and just shoot that thing off. I knew a dude. It was one of the guys that trained me. The other Al. He was an 80-year-old Filipino. Uh, he had went to jail for murder because he touched a guy in the forehead with one finger, and dude died the next day.
Oh,
Oh my
no.
God.
And here I am wanting to touch somebody.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
yeah. I don't want that to happen to nobody, but
No,
I
that's
want to touch
crazy.
somebody. I want to know, is it going to shock somebody?
But
Or is it going to?
he probably did have intent to harm,
You're right.
right?
You're right. Like,
Yeah, I mean, the guy was trying to fight with him, and he just reached up and just tapped him on the forehead, and that was that.
you're done.
Probably caused like a brain aneurysm or something.
Man.
I believe it did something to his sinus cavity.
Oh wow.
I believe it caved it in or something like that. But he went to prison.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, if you understand those martial arts, then you are a lethal weapon.
And Kelly, there is a guy that I'm not sure what his name was, but I did see the guy his video, and they banned his video from YouTube. And he was a martial art guy, and he was a small guy, and he knew how to direct his energy.
Yeah.
And what Earthsong is saying, and he would knock big guys on the ground just by barely touching them. He claimed he was shooting
Yeah.
energy into them.
That's what they teach you in Tai Chi and Taekwondo and Qigong and stuff like that.
Dim mock.
Yeah, I only weigh $105, and this great big dude followed me out of the bar one night and kept trying to like touch me and get me to turn around and talk to him, and I just turned around and went and barely popped him, and he stumbled backwards for about 10 or 15 cars and then fell on his ass. He's like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Don't fuck with me again."
Yep.
Because I know how to use my chi.
And I think that is a lot to do. Our people, you know how they come up with, oh, that lady lifted that whole car up and got her baby underneath it. And they say, oh, it's adrenaline. I think it's the energy. It's what
It is the energy, because in that moment, you're not limiting yourself.
Yeah, no.
In that very moment, you're like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This shit's happening.
Yep.
Right? I mean, I've seen grandmas lift deep freezers off of kids that fell behind the deep freezer and got stuck. Grandpas that have lifted tractors off of their grandkid that fell off the tractor. You know, like, we have incredible ability all the time. We just limit ourselves most of the time. It's only when there's that forced need that we release the limits.
Yep.
So, Urso, tell me some more about you using your energy. Did we lose him?
He keeps shape-shifting.
His connection keeps shape-shifting for sure.
I'm back.
Are you there? There you go. I'm gonna have to teach you how to shield yourself like a Faraday cage so that you don't mess with your cell service energy.
Oh, sometimes when I get mad, I'll feel like a wave come up from the floor, and I get really hot, and then all of a sudden, if I don't stop it, it'll shoot off me, and I'll have to buy a new TV or refrigerator or whatever it hit.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah,
man.
that's a whooping.
That's probably the shit that'll happen to me. You know what I mean? So I listen to you guys and learn this, man.
I have gotten to where I cannot watch things on TV that upset me.
Yeah.
Because, like, the one time we decided to finally watch a movie that my cousin thought was going to be totally safe for me to watch, and about midway through the movie, some bad shit went down with this 20-year-old girl and a bad dude. And I was getting like really emotional about it and really intensely upset. And our internet quit working. And I'm like, oh shit, you know, I messed something up. But I thought it was just us. And then a little while later, my kids come in to the room and they're like, Mom, all of YouTube is not working. And that's where we were watching the movie, was on YouTube. And yeah, she's telling me the number. 200,000 subscribers to YouTube, lost access to YouTube. Users. Sorry. I mean, like, it
Mm.
fried servers. All because I was upset over a movie. And I know I did it, guys. I know it was me. I've knocked out our internet before completely and thought that it was just here. And then like everybody went out in my whole neighborhood, but then they got theirs back and ours was just like glitchy. So I called tech support dude and I made an appointment for 2 days later. He was going to come and fix it. But our internet was working again by the time he got here. Well, when he gets here, he goes ahead and looks around anyway because he's thinking maybe it's the router, maybe it's the modem, something like that. And he's like, ma'am, your box that's behind your house on the pole, there's like 5 things on it that are fried. And you shouldn't be getting internet at all. He's like, I don't even know how internet's working for you. But it was working. And I fried it. So I had to get a new damn box put on the pole
Well, I
because my
think,
energy got too big.
yeah,
So, I mean,
I
it
think
can be,
that. I believe when your emotions fly, that can do that. Like how I talked about
yeah.
somebody
And
getting
it's not
stressed.
even just electrical stuff.
Yeah, it's that quick. You can fly up your energy if
Yeah.
you
Mm.
if something happens that does that. Like Urso was saying, he shapeshifts when he gets upset and mad, not when he just gets somebody calls him a name.
But okay, but what's that mean to you, Urso, when you say you shapeshift? Does that mean that you're going invisible?
Oh, he looks like a cat. He changes.
Okay, I want him to say it though. Did I lose him again?
Oh man, it's about to get good.
Okay. Well, anyway, until he gets back, I'll just tell you real quick. One time I was just in a car with my brother and he pissed me off really bad, and all 4 of my tires went flat.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's not electrical, but
Yeah.
my tires went
I
flat.
I think that's a form of what would you call it when you can move something?
Oh, it's telekinesis.
Telekinesis.
There you
Yeah.
go. And so that energy, it's
Has
a
to go
form of
somewhere.
energy, but it's pushing that to happen.
Yeah,
Do you see
it
what I'm
has to
saying?
go somewhere.
That's
Yeah.
powerful.
So with great power does really come great responsibility because you've got to learn how to hone your emotions
Yep.
and keep them in check, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Urso, what exactly does it mean to you when you say that you shapeshift?
And
What's
you
that
get,
mean?
yeah, tell them what happens.
I get this pullback, like my consciousness pulls back within myself. I can feel like, you ever have like things like it feels like it's moving underneath your skin?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would get that. I would.
Did we lose him again?
Damn it, internet, this work.
I really
Oh,
do think it's his energy though that
oh,
does that. I
oh,
really
that
do.
the
And
click in
maybe
and
he's just like nervous to talk about it and that's
out.
why
It's not
it
him back
happens.
out. It's that energy, like you're saying.
Yeah. I really need to teach him how to rein that in.
Okay.
So tell them when you get mad, what happens and what do you change into and look like?
I look like a cat, like you would see Bastet. Cat head. Rest of my body is same. It doesn't really change, but I my face changes, and like I say, I'll first start to feel that disassociation and that pullback. Once I feel that, I start looking usually for an exit because usually if I'm around people, I usually kind of duck because I kind of limit anybody that would happen to see that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. Now I want to ask you, do you feel connected to the Lyran or Lyran, the feline alien people? Like that
Yeah,
were in Egypt?
yeah. I wear a unk that's 6,000 years old.
Peace, man.
Okay. See, I don't know if you can tell or not, but my curtains are Egyptian.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mm.
I have
Nice.
all kinds of Egyptian stuff in my living room. I'm very drawn to Egypt and Atlantis and
Well, I
that kind of
believe the
stuff.
Egyptians knew exactly what was going on and they were trying to show and explain. But of course, our country gets that and changes the history and don't want us to know.
What
You
is
know,
that you're showing us there, Urso?
Scarab
Oh, a scarab beetle.
from Egypt.
Nice. I love the scarab.
This is 6,000 years old too.
Wow. That's awesome.
probably get some energy power from that.
Yeah, probably could, really.
You never know.
Yeah,
I think a lot of things hold energy.
I do too. And yeah, I think you're right, Ethan. The people that were in Egypt to begin with were trying to tell us
Yeah.
who we are and where we came from and what we can do and
Yep.
all those things. Now, modern Egyptians, they don't have a clue, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They're like the rest of the world. They don't have a clue
They don't have a
what
clue.
we're really capable of and what all that really means.
Yep.
But yeah, in Egypt there were lots of feline statues and worship to Bastet and
Dog man.
several other
Dog
cat
man.
people. That's the point of the Sphinx, which I personally feel like had a female face because it was female felines who
Where's
were
the light bulbs? Where's the
that were the
lights inside the
leaders.
pyramids? No lights in the pyramids. They didn't need it.
Exactly.
They didn't need it. They could make light with their hands.
Very nice. I love your cat. Very nice. You're a cool dude, or so. I like your shit.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Very cool stuff. Yeah, I think that they knew a whole lot. And I think a lot of those kind of truths are coming out now too, to where everybody's going to start really figuring out who we actually are and where we came from and what's really up, you know, especially with all the like the UFO disclosure shit that's coming out.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a whole lot of religious people that get their world rocked over that.
Oh yeah,
Oh
definitely.
yeah,
Definitely. Definitely.
definitely.
So I pray to what works for me, and I talk to the creatures all the time. I talk to the aliens, the beings, the balls, orbs that come in my house. I talk to them. I communicate with them. I treat them like they're just like us, normal
Yeah,
human beings.
yeah.
And I respect them in
Called
that order.
respect. That's
And
right. It's called
like
respect.
they like it. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
they know and they like it,
yeah,
and that's what works. You have to, you know what I mean, treat them like they're one of us, no matter. I mean, I look at
yeah.
them like they're better than us. They're more talented. Let me have some of that
Well,
power. Give me
I think,
some.
and they're more balanced too,
Mhm.
I think, than a lot of human beings are.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to give people a sneak peek at one of your Bigfoots?
Oh, I don't care. You have it where you can pull it up on here, Kelly, on the
Uh,
share part.
yeah, I can pull it up
Show
here.
them the picture of the creatures looking in the window. That's a good one. And the one in the backyard with the eyeballs, you can just read it.
Yeah, let me see if I can
So
grab it
these
real quick.
creatures come to my house all the time. I communicate with them all the time. I prayed to them to have a child and got a child from a UFO. And I prayed to the UFOs because I was going to have a child and needed money. And I got $100,000 scratch off. And the next day I went and got more tickets and got a $50,000 scratch off.
Holy shit.
These beings can make things happen. I asked them for things several times. I know I probably shouldn't, but who's to say what's right and wrong? We were lied to. I asked them to protect me, guide me. I tell them that I will protect them as well. And I mean, we have a bond. And they come and look in my windows, and it's amazing. I've had to get used to it. It was very creepy and scary in the beginning. And when I realized they could have already killed me, but they didn't, and then I felt better. So on the top of the picture, you can see the eyeballs, and you can look at him. The eyeballs look like he's curious, almost like a cat would look at you, where they're curious, thinking about what you're doing. See the eyes? That kind of made me nervous because I try to read them by looking at them, but then again, you can't just take looks and get scared. So
Yeah.
to me, it was more like, okay, he's interested, or he's thinking, what the hell
What
am
the
I?
hell am I?
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that's one of the ones that are in my backyard. I have 3 big ones and like 4 little ones. So I'm not sure if that's a male, female, but that's the one that's in the backyard. These ones came on the holiday. It was in between Halloween and Christmas, and they were looking in my window. You can see the eyes in the first one. There is one behind him. It's which is hard to see right there where Kelly's pointing. And in the regular bigger picture, you can see one over to the other side of the pumpkin, over above the pumpkin. You can see there's another one over that way. So I believe there was 3 of them out there. And look at it's people would freak out on that, get scared, but I think it's cute. It's what I mean. Now, I mean, in the beginning, like I said, I was fucking tormented. I was freaked out, and they would not leave me alone. So there's a rake. So if anybody out there sees a rake, they're really nerve at looking, and if you look at him close up and you kind of try to read it, you can see he's an agile kind of creature, and that's probably what a lot of people get attacked from him from. He's real
Yeah.
agile.
Out
Mhm.
like rakes.
There is a Bigfoot holding a alien, which I call a moon baby. And you can see his arm wrapped around the baby. He's
Yeah.
hovering, carrying that baby, cratering it. It's not that it's a baby, and it's an alien looking creature, and it just goes to show you that these creatures care about each other and they are connected.
Right.
So I've had pictures of 4 and 5 different creatures all together. So they don't fight with each other like that. They know who each other is. And I believe it's because of the energy, and their high energy. So they sense that among each other or something. I'm not
Right.
sure.
Well,
They
now
don't.
I can vouch for this, that on the NSA they have a list of 57 known species and
Mhm.
their subspecies, and
Yep.
Bigfoot is on that list.
Yep. Mhm.
And it actually pissed me off because I was one of those people that was very adamant that Bigfoot's just another kind of human, that they're not an alien,
Yep.
until I saw that list.
I think, Kelly, I believe we're all aliens, and people just they can't figure it out. You know
I
what I
do
mean? We're
too.
just a different form of it.
I
You
do
know.
too.
This is a creature appearing in my kitchen, and if you notice in the back right-hand corner, there's a cat. Our cat, his hairs are sticking up. The cat is like onto it and does not like it. But it appeared and it came in a little bit better than that, and then it kind of faded back away. And then I thought, this creature is here. Just because we can't see it, it's here. You know what I mean? All night long I felt that way. And you can see, if you look at the top of it, you can see it's got a humanoid looking face, which
Yeah.
is kind of, I mean, I wouldn't call it humanoid, but it's more kind of humanoid. It looks like
Yeah.
skin. It's like so it's wicked, man. And I have that happen in my house all the time. They
I
come right
think it's
through
an
the wall.
interdimensional
Yeah.
being.
These creatures don't have to bust in your house. They can come right through your wall.
Yeah.
They can just appear. This is a laser coming out of a creature. I'm not sure if, people can see the creature that good, but I can see that creature 100%. I can see how big that creature is. That's how good my eyes are with my vision of it. The laser is shooting out of the chest. And I took the picture because a lot of people talk about these creatures can shoot beams at people and make them sick and stuff. And, I've
Mhm.
never had that happen to me. So
Make
I
them
thought
feel
Grace
dizzy and
can.
disoriented.
through, and I seen these creatures shooting beams one day, and I was like, oh, I'm shooting pictures. Mhm.
Grays have a suit that they can just wave their hand across and
Yeah.
laser will come out.
Yep. Mhm.
Dr. Reed got got that. Well, the dog got that.
This is a creature. This picture goes to show you guys, everybody out there watching the show, that when you take a picture or when you just look in an area and you see something distorted, there's always paranormal when you see a creature. Paranormal is something that is not normal. We'll just say that is what paranormal is, something that is not normally seen. You can see the colors. There's a reddish color, and then as you start to see that color, you can see the outline of that creature. And about the little bit about, I want to say a little above the center of the picture, you can start to see his head. And then there's another head over to the side of him. So there's several creatures in this picture, but I wanted everyone to focus on that first creature standing there. And you're not looking at the picture like that's the ground. If you look at the redness, now look, it's standing like this, and it's just see-through. So that is an interdimensional being, creature. We can call it Bigfoot, Dogman, whatever you want to call it. Most of these creatures do that. They disappear and they can hover, and I have pictures of it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cool now, but in the beginning, Kelly, I'm as a grown man, I went through a lot of fucking. I mean, I cried for 3 fucking days. I had meltdowns. I had people talking to me left and right. You were one of them. I reached out to and started telling you all kinds of shit because I was flipping out. And then I had people, a native lady, tell me, you know, hey, Ethan, you got to relax because these creatures, if they wanted to kill you, they would have already killed you, man. And and she's like, think about it. And I said, wow, she's right. They come in my house. They do all kinds of shit. They want to kill me. They kill me. And as soon as I shut my eyes, whatever, they kill me. Nope. So I thought,
they're not here to hurt us.
Yeah, I thought, okay. And then at that point, I started talking to them and I started treating it with love. I thought the best thing I can go for is love. And I used to go in the woods back when I was younger in my 20s, and I would try to film bears and shit and get close to wild animals. And I watched that guy, the bear guy, Timothy Farwell, and how he acted with the animals. And I did that, and it works. That routine works. You have to let your mind free, and you have to have no thoughts of harm, nothing in you. And it works. Trust me. And I did that with the creatures. And I thought, okay. And I started talking to them. Hey, is it okay if I get a picture of you today? You guys look beautiful. Snap, snap, take a picture, put it back in my pocket. Hey, have a beautiful day, man. If there's something I can do for you or bring you guys, please let me know. You know, I'm that kind of person. And it might sound crazy to somebody that would see me do that, you know what I mean, on the outside. But that's what's going on, and that's what's my world is. And it's crazy, you know.
Yeah.
It just is wild. And I love it now. You know what I mean? I love it.
It takes a little getting used to.
Oh, yeah. I've seen a lot of, I want to say probably a good 40 something different creatures. And I know that are out there and different aliens. There's different ones. There's different creatures. And some of these creatures will scare the living hell out of you looking just by the way they look. And you just have to not be scared. And, you know, you have to learn, and you learn from people like Kelly, different people. And, you know, people tell you, don't be afraid. Don't show no fear, because some of these beings thrive off of fear.
Yeah, that's 100% for sure. And real quick, I'm just going to plug my new group meeting that I've created on my website.
Nice.
It's called the Inner Circle, and it's $19 a month. We're going to meet up for about an hour and a half each meeting, and we're going to learn together. I'm going to teach people how to use their energy, how to tap into the ether, how to tap into their spirit guides and talk to their guides. All kinds of cool stuff. You know, we're going to go through reclaiming your identity and getting rid of those fears and those traumas and those blocks that keep us limited. Like, we're going to go through all the stuff that I teach on the website in these meetings. So if anybody's interested in joining the group, it's called the Inner Circle. There's 3 tiers to it. So there's going to be 3 different options to sign up when you get to the website. The first one, the basic one, is $19 a month. Everybody that signs up, well, not everybody, the first 22 people that sign up for the second tier or the third tier are going to get a free coffee mug that says Navigating Life and We Are Who We've Been Waiting For and all kinds of cool imagery is going to be on it. So I'm stoked. I'm totally stoked. Daryl in the chat says, cool pics. Some he could see, some he can't. Doesn't mean they're not there. Just means you can't see them all. Good point, Daryl. Good point.
Kelly,
It's
you
hard
could
to
always
see.
put those. You
It's
could
hard to
always
see
put
some of them.
post area on the channel if you want. That way
I
they
will.
can take a look at them. They'll see them
Yeah.
better.
Also, if anybody wants to go to Facebook and join my alien abduction, what's it called? Alien abduction research group? Support group. Sorry. Alien
Support group.
abduction support group.
Yes, and
Ethan's
that is
in it.
awesome, Kelly. I think people need that. There's a lot of people out there that need support.
Yeah, they
Support,
do.
someone to talk to, someone to, reach out to that's been through it or knows what you're
Yeah.
talking about and doesn't think you're a fool. So I
Right.
really think that is 100% great idea for people.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Ethan's in that group, and those pictures are there in that group. Is why I brought it up, because if anybody wants to go and see them better, those photos are already in the group. I didn't put Ethan's name on it because I didn't know if he would want me to
Yeah,
like
I
call
don't
him
care.
out
It
until
don't matter.
after the fact, and then he was
It
like,
don't
"Yeah, it
matter.
doesn't matter."
The main thing is, Kelly, sometimes I get worried about posting anything because I'm like,
I
are they going to
know.
come after me? But
Yeah, I
the
know.
point is, I'm not going to stop what I'm doing. So they would just,
Yeah.
Men in Black would have to take me out, and there's no stopping it. I've tried to stop it. The beings keep coming to me, so it's
Right.
not, what I mean. And then on top of it, I posted the, electrics coming out of my hands and stuff. So I thought, what the hell? Why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Henry
Yeah.
was the one that told me to do that. He's like, post that shit. Fuck them. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, man. You know what I mean? Because I get nervous.
Yeah,
So, but
everybody's a little nervous, and that's the great thing about that support group, the alien support group,
yes.
because
Yeah.
um, a lot of people have been shunned over their experiences, pretty much all of us. And
Yeah.
I know what that feels like to feel alone.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know
They're
what that feels like to have
isolating.
everybody tell you you're crazy for what you think you've experienced and all these different things. And so I'm like, I need to make a group where everybody can come together that
Yep.
feels like I have always felt,
Mhm.
so that they know that we're not alone and they
Yeah.
know that they're not crazy and they know that they're respected. And that's so for me, I don't want to ever take somebody out of their comfort zone
Yeah.
there in that group. Right now, like with my clients, I do push them to go beyond their comfort zones and remove limits. But in the group, that truly is like real support. I'm like Mama Bear, right? I'm a Cancerian, so I'm the mother of the zodiac. And I
And
just want to like hug
everybody in
everybody and
Kelly's,
keep them
yeah,
safe.
everybody in Kelly's group that she's talking about, this support group, are caring. They are not
They're great.
as
They're a
some
great bunch of
Facebook
people.
groups that you go in on Facebook, there will be people
Yeah.
that insults you and stuff like that. That doesn't happen in this support group, guys.
I don't let that shit happen.
Yeah,
I
it's a very
86
caring
them
group.
people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They get the boot and they get put in file 13 like that.
Out of here.
Cool.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're
Mm,
fired. Like
yeah.
Donald Trump on his apprentice show. You're fired.
Goodbye.
Get
Done.
out.
Yep.
I don't
Mhm.
I don't tolerate none of that shit. Cause I
Yeah.
really did make that group so that people could feel safe. And
Yes.
I have people in that group that have been there for years that are just now feeling safe enough to share their story, and
Nice.
which is huge progress for them, huge.
Yeah.
So it's a great group of people. Um, and everybody's so supportive and understanding. And it literally doesn't matter what
Yeah.
it is that you're telling, unless they see bullshit. Now they will call some bullshit because we've had some weird stuff lately, like a lady sitting on the toilet taking a picture. That was kind of strange.
Yeah.
And there were some people in the group that, questioned that.
Yep.
Like, couldn't there have been a better way to do that picture?
Yeah. So Kelly, let me do one thing.
Yeah.
Ursel, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ursel's first time of coming out, I interviewed him yesterday. Kelly got him on here today. Do you feel better that you finally did a show and got out some of this information instead of holding it in?
Yeah, because I've talked in the chat before,
Really good.
and there's certain channels that I have came out on, but never on camera. I've never been on camera, never talked,
And
just
it feels
chat.
good, right? It feels good.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
you go. So
It's
that's
like a
where,
weight.
yeah, so that's where this narrows back down to Kelly's support group, guys. You know, it's good to have support because people do need to reach out. When they do reach out, it feels better. I was
Yeah.
one of those victims as well. And when I reached out, I felt better. I got to talk to
Yeah.
Kelly. I got to talk to other people. I reached out, and it's hard to do that. And it really works. It makes you feel better once you get it out. And then you actually will find friends, you'll
Yeah.
find more friends that actually had
Right.
issues or whatever, and will make you feel better about it. And it's good to get it
Right.
out.
That
Mhm.
was a great question to ask him, Ethan. Thank you for that. And
You're
thank you,
welcome.
Urso, for feeling safe enough to
Well,
come
thank you,
forward
Eric.
with us. Because you literally just met me last night when I was in the chat yapping it up.
Hmm.
So I'm really grateful that you felt safe enough to come to my show and to talk about this as well.
Same here.
You
And
do
I
have to
commend
be
you.
careful.
You
Yes, you do.
do. You
In
do.
2018, I was talking to an Army Ranger buddy, and I was showing him pictures of the grays that I had gotten that had just come and made contact with me. Well, okay.
It's okay. Take your time.
This camera stick.
I don't know. I think maybe he got upset and it made him freeze.
Hmm.
That's okay.
When I have
He'll be
contact
back.
with aliens, I try to, of course, everything's creepy and different to all of us humans. And when you see
Yeah.
something like that, it puts you into a shock and scares the hell out of you. You don't know what to do. You don't know if it's going to eat you. You don't know what. So if you just kind of open your mind and just be like, "Hi, how are you today?" Go about your business, and you know what I mean. That's how you got to try to deal with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Urso, there you go.
When
There
I
you
was 2018, I had just made contact with grays. They had been following me around. They'd gotten my attention. And I asked the Army buddy and showed him pictures of the grays that I just took pictures of. Well, he got angry. He got very, very irritated, clammed up. So I worked on it for a day or two and kept asking him, and because I needed to know his input if he has encountered them, because I have never encountered grays before. I had encountered mantids. I had encountered the shining ones, which are beings that are just basically pure energy.
That's the custodians.
Aha. And
I have a book about them. Where is it? I'm gonna choke myself with my speaker cord. Look.
Kelly in
uh
these books.
huh.
I love it. I envy you, man. You got fucking 9 books and shit. Oh my god.
It's gonna fall. Yeah, go ahead.
But the beige color ones were the ones that were getting me through childhood and for most of my life. So I know that there's a secret among a lot of people that they've done the same thing to cattle that they to people, especially.
Oh, do you mean like the mutilations? Did we lose him again?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God. Yeah. But actually, I think the
Oh,
mutilations are their way of testing our environment to see how healthy our environment levels are,
mhm.
aside from them using the cow uterus to grow baby fetuses. That's a whole different thing.
I think in all reality, people will start to realize and maybe give the aliens a little more credit in the long run,
Yeah.
because without them, I don't think life would be here. I really
Yeah.
do. This is their terrarium, and it's not our Earth; it's their terrarium, and I feel that, and people just need to accept them, and if they accepted different beings, it would be a lot easier, and there wouldn't be a bad encounter. You know,
Right.
I mean, I'm sure there's bad ones as well, but there's a lot of good ones. You know, so if you can make
Yeah.
friends with a good one, that's the thing to do. You know.
Well, not all species get along
With each other as well.
each,
Yeah.
With each other as
Yeah.
well.
and that was my worry over
Yeah.
because I was scanned 3 times before they come down, which that kind of clued me into like they seen something within me that they recognized that caught their attention.
Yeah.
Which after when they had come down, I got caught like really by surprise because I was actually in the bathroom looking at the photos and they attempted to take me, which was like, yeah, and I kind of used a method that I have to block that, and that made them curious, like, why do you block us? So they met me in the living room when I was coming out of the bathroom to talk to my wife and show her the pictures because she hadn't even seen them yet. And they just caught me by surprise, and he showed me these pictures because the grays they show you pictures and the pictures dissolve into feelings and words and whatever they're trying to convey to you, whereas the beige color ones they actually telepathy back to you. You actually have a conversation.
Right.
And he had showed me that he had been here a long time. He showed me some civilizations, and then he would show me statues of images of him that
All right, everybody. So he's out again. He keeps happening
I was
to us.
answering people in the chat.
We only get
Um
little bits of him, Kelly. It's like we only get little bits, and then boom, that energy just takes him away.
but that's okay. Ethan, did you say something about somebody being in a terrarium? We're in the terrarium or something?
Yeah, I
Somebody in the
believe
chat's
this is.
asking about it. What did
Yeah,
you
I
mean by
believe
that?
this is. I don't think this is our Earth, and I don't think that's our moon. I think this is their terrarium. This is
What?
their terrarium and their moon. This is not. We are. I
No.
believe we're created from aliens, and we are aliens, but we're a little different, just like everything else. That's what I believe.
Okay, but even if we are aliens, it's still our planet.
We think it is, but it
Well,
ain't.
no, it is because we were put here to take care of it.
We think so. I believe the aliens take care of it.
You don't think so?
And
Well,
no, I
okay.
believe the aliens take care of it, and I
Well,
believe the aliens send the sun
they
up.
don't take care of it. They're
Well,
not allowed to intervene.
yeah,
That's the
well,
universal law.
that's what you're thinking, or what you read
No,
or learned
honey,
or
that's why
whatever.
I
But
wrote this book, The Custodians, because
yeah,
I have my entire life I have communed with the light beings, the shining ones.
hmm
They are who taught me a lot of what I know.
hmm
And they are the ones that explain universal law. And yeah, a lot of the aliens that come here are not allowed to interfere with what we do on the planet because it's a project, but it's our project to either
mhm.
make it do well or to fuck it up.
yeah. Yeah, well, everybody's got their own opinions. I just, from different things I've seen and learned, I've watched ships come out of the ocean. I've seen orbs come out of the ocean. I've seen them land people out of the orbs that came out of the ocean.
Oh,
Um,
sure, me too.
I believe
Um,
that a part of me really truly believes that Atlantis is in the ocean and that they bring up and
well,
they're the ones seeding Earth. That's what I
no,
believe.
no, no, no. Atlantis went under 12,000 years ago when we had a cyclical cataclysm that we're due for again. That's the
But
whole
that's
point of this
history
great
we weren't
awakening.
told. So,
No, that's what I came here knowing. I came here knowing that. I was telling my parents at 4 years old that there's going to be a great cataclysm. And if people don't wake up to who we are, we're going to go under again, just like in Atlantis. Like I knew that when I got here. Somebody in the chat, Spiritual Ascension, is saying that's not our moon, but this is not their realm, that we are the guardians of it. And I agree with that 100%. I believe we are the guardians, and they come here to check the environments once in a while and see how we're doing and see how fast we're leveling up in our collective consciousness and our growth, because Earth is like a school where we learn, and then we graduate one grade and move to the next grade. And now we're at that big graduation point where we either fully level up collectively, the majority, and learn how to be the true guardians of our planet, or we get a reset like they did in Atlantis. And a whole lot of the people that call themselves volunteers or star seeds who come to me all know the same theme, that we are the Atlanteans that are here again for a redo, and we've got to get it right this time. We can't fuck it up. What do you think about that, Urso?
You're right. And the others that are here, the Dracos that have come, they're trying to expedite it so we do fuck it up.
Right. The Dracos are trying real hard to hang on to what they've got left, because they know that when we level up in our energy, it's going to completely dissolve all of their food, their loosh.
They'll have no access to us anymore.
That's right. All of it is totally gone. Spiritual Ascension says in the chat that people aren't ready for this information, even if we know our mission. And that is very true. There are so many people that are still just not really ready for this. I have people in my own family. I was raised Southern Baptist, and there are people in my family who are adamant that either I'm out of my mind, I'm following the devil, or some crazy shit, right? Because they do not want to believe any of this. And just like I was telling Ethan last night, I've been studying the original version of the book of Enoch that talks about the Watchers. And if you read it in its actual written language, it tells you very clearly that the Watchers were basically Pleiadian looking beings that came here to Earth, and they liked some of the people that were here, right? They were here to help, but they found some of us quite fond, and they didn't just like rape us and leave, or rape us and get sent to damnation in hell. That's not how that went down, the way that we're taught. They actually gave up going back to their own planet to stay here on Earth, marry the person that they were mating with, have children with them, raise those children, and teach us things that most humans actually weren't ready to learn yet. That's where they broke the rules. They were teaching us things that most humans were not mature enough to use great responsibility for this great knowledge that they were being given. And when I started learning that, I was like, holy shit, this changes everything, right? Because this proves that, like, the custodians and the Pleiadians and all these people that have always visited me my entire life and taught me are part of this whole thing. Because I also have a book of Jesus. Which side is it on? Here. Because I knew as a little child that I came here to finish Jesus's true message, which is that we can do the same great works as he and more, and that this is not supposed to be a religion. It's supposed to be a way of life. And what Jesus taught to the people was called the way. And that's what my book is about. The truth, the light, and the way. That's what it's called. Because there were people of the way, and he was teaching them much like I and other people now are teaching to be able to harness that energy, build that chi ball, put it into people to heal them. That electricity that comes out of your fingertips, if you really wanted to use your intention to heal someone and you lay your hand above them, you're going to heal them, Ethan, because that's what that is all about. But we can also use that same energy to part a storm and disperse the energy of a storm. We can hold back the floods. We can hold back tsunamis. We can calm and disperse earthquakes. I know it because I've done it. It's documented. And yes, we can even resurrect the dead. I've done it with 44 baby chickens, 4 dogs, 3 cats, and my oldest daughter when she was 10 years old. And that too is documented. We really can do amazing, incredible things. And this is that time that we finally come together and do that stuff the right way. But we have to be responsible about it, you know? And there's a lot of people that cuss like the secret societies, right? The Templars and the Freemasons and all that. But the Templars were holding Jesus' secrets because they knew that humans weren't ready for that shit. And if they did have it, it would be like giving them the blueprints to a nuke. You know, you can't give people that kind of information and power if they're not ready to be mature and responsible with it. But we, the people, are finally ready to stand up and take back our power and reclaim our birthright. And so we will be the ones who get the knowledge. It won't be up to governments. It won't be up to whatever to control who gets the knowledge because each one of us are getting it, just like Urso learned it as a child. And I don't even think the GATE program is that nefarious and negative at this point in my life either. But I did it first. When I first started really thinking about it, I'm like, those motherfuckers, they used to take me and other kids and do all this shit. But like, I never experienced any kind of torture treatments or anything. I think that's the kids that ended up in the MK Ultra stuff, which thankfully I never was a part of. And I want Arso to speak to this in a minute too. But my dad was part of this faction of CIA that understood Robert Monroe's teachings with the Gateway Project, right? That's how we got the GATE program. He got pissed because I was in it because he didn't say that I could be, you know, they did it without his permission. So he was hella pissed. But it didn't hurt me. It actually helped me because the GATE program taught me how to use my psychic abilities and make them stronger. The aliens coming and taking me, who say they're my family, the Pleiadians, taught me how to use my psychic abilities and use them more. And then the custodians coming and teaching me and my brother also taught me better how to use this energy and manipulate it. And the custodians, let me get my book again. Some people call them the shining beings, but those are archangels, guys. Those are what religion calls archangels. And they wouldn't allow me to know their names. They wouldn't even allow me to see them in any form other than their shining light being body until I was ready to know that without giving it the religious attachment. And they told me that's why. They didn't want me to know that their name was Michael, Uriel, and Aurora, who are the 3 that taught me consistently. Me and my brother. They didn't want me to know those names because I would know those names as a Christian angel. And if you look at the true definition of the word angel, it means messenger from the sky, from the heavens. That's where these people come from. They come from the heavens. They come from the sky. And we paint them with wings on because we got to have some type of depiction to show that they flew here somehow. They don't really legitimately have wings. They are taller than us. They are more powerful than us. But I think we're in a really incredible time. And I want your opinion on this, Urso, about what I just said with the GATE program. Do you feel like it was nefarious? And were you part of the MK Ultra stuff?
I was put through a lot of hard times.
Okay. I don't know if we lost him or not.
Again, damn.
Every time I ask him tough questions.
It's like so much of us just to get out.
I know. I kind of hate that because I feel like it's my fault. I feel like I'm making him feel uncomfortable.
It's tense to everybody probably watching because they're like, come on, oh, what man? Oh,
Yeah.
you know.
He might be back.
Yeah, yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I was put through some hard times. I had been, there were times that I was put in society's cage for dumb things that I didn't even do, but that were things that were put in my pathway, um, where they would have others there that would then, you know, I was took one night. I was put into a electric chair, and this was back when I was young. I was like 16, and they had fired the chair up. But what I didn't know is they had taken out the uh, electrode in the back to where it would actually go in and deliver the shock to the person. They had taken that out of the back, but you would still feel, the hum in the chair when they fired up the electricity.
Hmm.
And, they got a kick out of that. What they were trying to do was they was trying to break me because I had a will about me that they didn't like. So they would put me into situations. I had someone walk through a wall. The wall burst into flame, and someone had walked through and told me that I was chosen for this thing and to sit back and endure. This was one night I swear I died that night too, which I had died when I was 2 years old. When I was born, I was blue, and I had spinal meningitis, and I had died when I was two. I had stopped breathing. I don't know how long. I remember I was uh, told I was took to the hospital.
And
We
that's
lost
our
him again.
second summer.
Cut. And we lost him. It's okay. He'll pop right back in.
At least we're having fun with it.
Right?
Not letting it get to us.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's like he leaves us right at that tingle every time, though. It stops it right when he's like, right, man. Here he comes.
Yes, I'm back. When I was two, I had died, and I was packed in ice. I remember my grandmother coming to the hospital, and she saw that I was blue, and she had taken me out of the ice because I was cold. They had said that I had died. That was the first time.
Mm.
The second time would have been the time when the being had walked through the wall. It, I remember the next morning. It was just like I had just woke up, and I just had that
Once again, man, put the quarter in.
Right. Damn it.
Oh,
Just when it was about to get good.
yeah.
So, while we're waiting for him to come back, Spiritual Ascension said in the chat to look up The mall world, a dream realm where many collectively go that they personally think is a looshing room. I don't know. This has got to be some kind of reptilian created thing. I've never heard of the mall world. I asked if it's liminal space that they're talking about because it could be a liminal space thing, but I don't know. Welcome back, Urso.
Yes, thank you. Sorry, I keep getting kicked. I don't know why I keep getting kicked.
Okay, that's okay. It's probably your nerves.
All right, now.
Second time.
Oh.
Second time, yeah, that when I'd woken up, I had that that uncanny feeling that I was dead prior to that, which that could have been a timeline change. I could have actually died in one timeline and been moved to a different one at that point.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I thought maybe you froze up. Let me see. Where am I at? Where am I at? Okay. Now the third time, and I believe this was also another timeline change. I was riding my bike. I was going to 7-Eleven. I was going up there to get some pizza and whatnot for dinner. And I remember I was on the right side of the road. I remember looking back. There's nothing there. And then I remember pulling out and going across, and then there was a screech. And man, I could have just took my foot off the pedal and stuck it right out and touched the bumper of this car, the car that was not there just a second before when I had looked. There was nothing there, and then all of a sudden there was this car there. Split second later, I'm on the opposite side of the road, and the car is sliding up the street past where we were. And I knew that car had me. There is no way that car did not have me. I can't explain how I had gotten to that other side, but I know that car had me. Because when it started sliding, there was just no way. I was dead on, right dead in the center. I even seen the guy in the windshield. I even saw his face. I mean, he was totally shocked. I don't know if he had seen me before or prior. Like I said, when I had looked back, I didn't see anybody. There was nothing coming up that road.
Well, I've actually experienced something very similar to that. Why do I have such feedback? What the F is going on? Can you hear me echoing?
What?
A little bit.
Yeah.
You're doing it too, Ethan. Okay. Time out because I was just talking about liminal space portals. Let's clear that out. We don't want two timelines here.
Yeah, we don't need another timeline.
Oh wow! Did you see that?
Yep.
Did you see that picture shift?
Yeah. That's crazy. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to try to talk with my echo.
I believe this is Earthsong. Because both times I interviewed him, shit happened. My sound out like you. I'm not kidding you. You were in the show, Kelly.
Yeah.
It's hard to interview him.
Because it's okay, Urso. We're not gonna We're not gonna blame you.
We're not gonna blame
It's
you.
all right.
It's all right. It's okay, man.
But yeah, I had an
But
incident
yeah,
like
I had
that
an incident like that
where the truck
where
should have
the
hit
truck
us,
should have hit us,
and my daughter saw
and
it
my daughter
coming, and I
saw
didn't,
it coming, and I didn't.
and she said, "Oh hell no,"
And she said, "Oh hell no!"
and we blipped, and that truck went right through us.
Back to normal. Nice. We beat it.
I was like,
Oh,
I'm gonna blip us.
woo,
See how
man.
energy can be all wonky like
I've
that?
never had problems with anybody like that until
Oh, dude.
Earthsong, and now we look at you're having the same thing go down. It's like, where does he live? In the middle of
Middle
nowhere?
of
Is
nowhere.
that it?
Yeah, you're echoing again. But
Back.
no, I think I can hear me
Earthsong
echoing
came
again.
back. Did you notice that?
Yeah, Urso came
No,
back. Yeah.
that
When
energy,
every
Earthsong.
time he starts to pop back in, it causes an echo for a minute, but then it balances out.
Okay.
So that part might be normal. But I do believe, and the mall world that they're talking about in the chat, that is that liminal space.
Okay.
And I think that happens when like some kind of portal area on Earth gets activated, and then we bleed into another dimension on accident for a while. But you can always find your way back because it's not just a mall that can happen in. I
The
had a
back
friend that was
rooms too.
driving. There's back rooms, but this was on a dirt road. My friend was on a motorcycle on a back road, and she drove past this really cool old house that she don't remember ever seeing on this back road that she drove on every day. And so she went back the driveway and checked out the house, and she's like, "How the hell is this house here? And I've never seen it, and I grew up here." So the next day, she got her sister to ride out there with her because she's going to show her sister this same damn house. It's not there. It don't exist. She somehow bled into one of those liminal spaces or a different dimension, if you will, right? Which is a whole different timeline, to be honest.
I
Mm-hmm.
probably
Because
have about two
that's
over
how a lot of ghosts exist too.
portals. They're all over. They open up all over the woods all the time, all over different places. Yes.
Yeah. Now, I don't know about people going there collectively. I guess that would be a concerning thing. I don't know anything about that. And somebody
Sometimes,
else in
sometimes
chat
when they
said
open up, you can see in them, and you can see
dream
stuff.
core, and I don't know what that is. A style of what? Is it a game? Dream core? What is it? A style like boho chic? What's that mean?
Yeah, liminal space.
Liminal spaces, dream core. Okay, gotcha.
It's an internet static space.
Tech support over here. She's my little 11-year-old genius.
Yeah, I heard about her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She's a genius. But yeah, I think okay, so anyway, that story I was telling about with the truck should have smashed us. I mean, he did the same thing. He swerved all over the place, hitting his brakes, thinking he was getting ready to crash into all of us. And actually, she was only 2 years old when this happened. And he, like, I just drove on through it. I didn't see it at all. My daughter, my teenage daughter, did see it, and she's like, "Oh hell no, this is not happening today," right? And she blipped us across the road somehow. And this dude thought he done hit us or something, and he comes to a screeching halt, and he had like a big tractor full of hay, or I mean a trailer full of hay on the back of his truck. He come to a screeching halt with hay flying all over the road, literally gets out of his truck in the middle of the damn road, and he's looking back at me like, how did that just happen? And I didn't hit those people. And I'm looking at him in the rearview mirror like he's totally puzzled, and I just keep going because I'm like, I ain't trying to explain this. You know, that kind of weird shit happens to us all the time. But I mean, she said, "Mom, I think I blipped us." And we, both of us, felt that same electrical tingling feeling that you feel all over after you get brought back from being abducted. you know, like when they're breaking down
Mm-hmm.
your molecular structure to take you or bring you back. We
Mm-hmm.
felt that exact same feeling in that moment after that happened. I really do think that somehow she blipped us and it changed our molecular structure temporarily. The whole vehicle, everything in the vehicle, you know, the three of us, the
Mm-hmm.
car itself, all of it. There's no other way to explain it. I mean, we can do some really incredible things. And she wasn't limited by it, right? She didn't look at it with fear. She didn't see that truck coming with fear. She said, no, this is not happening. Right.
No.
And I think that's the difference.
Yep.
More of a command.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So cool shit. We can do some really cool shit.
Yeah. That works with the creatures as well. If you get scared, you say no or stop. It works.
Yeah. And they go away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Around
Maybe
me,
maybe you close the portal or something when you do that.
I don't know, but it works.
Yeah, that's interesting.
We have to do it a lot in my house. It's like,
Yep. Oh, tech support corrected herself. Dream Court is actually a game, but it's a game where they explore liminal spaces. So kind of the same concept anyway. Yeah. Yeah.
They probably made it off the saying what your daughter said. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Off of people having those experiences and talking about it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There he goes again. He's back.
Yep, I'm back.
He's like Casper the ghost. He just pops in
Where
and
the
out.
hell live, Ursel, in the middle of nowhere?
I go to the nether.
Yeah. He goes to the Netherland. All right, guys. Well, this has been a great show. Anybody got any last words of advice or wisdom or anything you want to impart on people that are watching? Or so we'll
Stay
start
away
with
from
you.
negativity.
When things start getting a bit more hairier because they're actually pumping more frequencies through the air, they're going to 6G and they're causing a lot of us to shapeshift. Actually, there's times where the frequencies are so bad, the Wi-Fi and everything, that they're getting so concentrated that they're making people shift, and people are going to start seeing more. I think that's why they've been putting out this demon face syndrome and all that, which they say was an old syndrome, but really, if it was, you'd have heard about it long before.
Right.
And to know that, you know, we're here too. We're not here to, you know, take over. We're not, you know, invading. We've been here a long time beside you. You just didn't know it. We're no different, especially if you've known us for a while. There's people that have known us for a while that, you know, we've hid from.
Right. Yeah. I was actually
And
taught by my dad
yeah.
to not tell anybody what I could do because they'll take you. That's what he would tell me. Don't tell nobody what you can do. They'll take you. And I was like, what? Who's going to take
Mm-hmm.
me? Yeah.
I
So
would
it was
always
hard
keep
for me.
quiet as a kid to things.
Yeah, it was hard for me too. I've only been public about who I am for the last 7 years. But it's time. It's time for us to come out of the woodwork. It's time for us to say, "Hey, I'm here. I was a gate kid. I was a volunteer. I'm a star child. I'm half alien." Whatever it is, you know, like whatever it is that you see as your title or your description, like we need to be talking. We need to be showing other people that they're not the only ones, that there's more of us.
Yep.
We're like the X-Men people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What you got to say, Ethan?
Oh, I don't know. I said that I thought of myself as Electro Man. Great. It's like,
I can
oh,
cook weenies on the grill.
yeah, yeah. I thought about that. I thought, man, I should have tried to do a marshmallow on a, fork. I really did.
Well,
And what-
have a big old marshmallow handy when we do the live and you do your
oh yeah, I'm gonna
demonstration
have some stuff,
and see if
light
you can
bulb, all
toast that
kinds of good
sucker.
stuff. Hmm. Hmm. Definitely,
I don't think it's
definitely.
that kind of fire or electricity though, but
It's weird,
it'll
man.
be fun to
You
see.
see me light the cigarette, so if you can light a cigarette, you know, it's
I
like,
bet it
okay,
purified the food and the
is
water
paper,
you drank.
yeah, so is paper will start a fire if you go to zap it? Is that what it is? Or, you know what I mean? Because there's paper on the cigarette. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only way we can tell by trying to do it actually and seeing if it will light a marshmallow or if it don't, and try to
There
take a
are
piece of
people who
paper.
can do that.
I
There are
think it's how
people
much
who
energy.
can fire start
Hmm.
with just the energy. Yeah, they can just push into the paper till it starts to heat up to the point that it'll start smoking and catch.
Yeah. So and I believe it's how much energy you're pushing as well. You know what I mean? To do whatever, how much you can push. I don't know how much a human can push. You know,
Yeah.
A good bit.
eh,
Yeah.
something to figure out.
I was taught the fire palm. The fire palm is when your hand is vibrating and you touch someone and it'll expand over time and the pain will get worse and worse over time. It's actually saturating through down.
Right.
Right when it gets good again, we
I
lost him.
know. It's like poof, I'm out.
We'll actually saturate down, and then we got
And
left.
then you're gone.
We got left again. Oh
And then
man.
you're just gone. Damn it, man. So, real quick, while we wait for him to come back, I just want to know what the hell is up with the emojis in the YouTube chat because it's all just like a bunch of little monster creepy things or whatever on my end.
Uh,
Huh?
there he is. He's back.
It needs fixed because I don't like them little monster things. It's an automatic YouTube thing. Well, they need to go the F away. I don't like them. I like friendly things. They don't look friendly. Hi, or so. Welcome back. You're
Hello.
talking about
Thank you.
palm fire, and then you went poof.
Yeah. Well, your hand is vibrating, and when you touch the person, the energy goes in at a small spot, and then over minutes it'll get bigger and bigger as the energy saturates down through the muscle and get hotter and hotter and actually start hurting more and more the more the energy saturates down and gets into the electrodes of the cells individually.
Whoa. Spiritual Ascension in the chat says that's your 7th shift or so. They're
Uh-oh.
counting.
What you shapeshift into a cat, so you got 11 times to do it. 11 life,
They're
9 or
counting.
9
Well,
Well,
life.
I don't know. If he's a cat, maybe he's only got 9.
Yeah, he's only got 9, so you better be careful, man. You got 2 more to go.
Better be careful.
Oh,
Or have
it
teachers
has been
contain
ticking
that
me
energy.
off a bit that it keeps kicking me off. So
don't shapeshift on her.
that's pro-
Do not shapeshift on her channel. We'll get in trouble.
Oh, I wouldn't mind.
Kelly's like, go ahead.
Shape shift and strike a pose.
yeah, it happens
I'm all
really
about it.
quick. You could probably go back, frame by frame and catch it.
I know
Oh,
that would be
shit.
so cool. I would love that if they happened on camera. And actually, one of my clients, I always videotape everything that I do with my clients so that they have a playback, right? Regardless
Hmm.
of what it is. And this one lady came to me and she needed to learn how to keep herself grounded. And she literally used the term, she felt scattered. Okay. So when she came to me, I hit record, we're talking. And you know how, like the Bionic Man, you can see the of his movement in the show? You could see her doing that. Her whole body was just like all over the place, where she was fragmented, right? Totally fragmented. I mean, we use these terms like in our DNA, we know what we're talking about, but like our human brain don't know what the hell we're saying. But it's literal. We really are fragmented, right? So the more I talked to her and worked with her and helped rein her in, you could see it on camera. She started pulling back together and into just the one. And I told her to watch her playback and she flipped her shit. She's like, "What the hell is that?" And I'm like, "That was you being fragmented. That was you being scattered and all over the place. And you got it reined back in and brought it back in, and then you were just one, and we say, I don't feel like myself today. Maybe you're scattered, right? You need to go bring that all back in and get yourself grounded." Yeah. I mean, that's a real thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's a real thing.
We're
There went
back
that
to the
echo again.
echo. We're back to the echo.
Uh-oh.
Because my energy got big.
Because my energy got big.
Her soul wasn't echoing. Her soul. Me and you are echoing, but Urso ain't. Me and you are echoing, but Urso ain't.
Well, Urso's
I
not.
know I did have a lot of trauma a couple years ago. That fragmented a lot.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
I feel like a two-woman show.
I feel like a two-woman show.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
All right, guys. Well,
All right, guys. Well,
what was this?
what was this?
Cats are such spiritual and
Cats
interesting
are such
creatures. I
spiritual and
agree.
interesting creatures. I agree.
Cats are awesome.
Cats are awesome.
And we're housebroken.
Right?
Right?
Easy to train that way.
Easy to train that way.
What happened to you, Kelly? What happened to you, Kelly? With the echoing. And it's me and you that are echoing. It's me and you that are echoing. Urso's not
I know. That's because
I
he's got
know.
his shit reined
That's
in.
because he's got his shit reined in.
All right, guys. Thanks.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Right.
Right.
They like the echo.
They like the echo.
Thanks for joining us.
Some
Thanks for
reverb.
joining us. Thanks for keeping us company.
Thank you, Urso, for
Thank
sharing
you,
your
Urso,
story.
for sharing your story.
And Ethan
You're
for
welcome.
And Ethan for being
finally show his picture.
finally show his pictures.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And we're totally going to do
And
this
we're totally
again.
going to do this again.
Again.
Hopefully with me not being kicked out.
And
I'll
no
see if
echo.
I can erase some.
I don't know. When I did a show with her, so I had to go back and make sure it actually recorded it because I was like, what? I hope it kept all the sound.
What were you saying, Urso?
He's
Look,
gone.
the echo went away when he popped out.
You're right. You're right. I told you, man, something strange about him.
Well, I missed my echo. Echo.
Uh-huh. Now we're normal.
I don't know what he was saying.
Wow. That's cool.
I don't even know if he'll pop back in.
Proof on video.
Yep, I'm in. Am I echoing?
No. And our
Cool.
echo stopped.
Mhm.
As soon as you popped out, my echo went away.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what
it's
were you
me.
saying? What were you saying, Urso?
Oh, what was I saying?
They said he's the culprit.
Yeah, I was saying something, and all of a sudden it just went plop, and I guess it went out my head too.
Oh, damn it. Well, at least you took the echo with you.
So
But I would love to have you back on again. Have you
yeah,
share some
Ursula,
more.
Cool.
you're gonna have to send her your email.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That way she's got your email as well. And you know, subscribe to the channel, message her, send her email, or I can send you Kelly's email or Ursula's email as well, Kelly.
Yeah.
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 Either,
That's cool.
That way it's
and
easier.
Ethan, give everybody a shout out to your channel real quick too. Tell them what it is and how to find you.
All righty, Paranormal Cryptid Encounters, guys, on YouTube. You can go over there and check it out. I just basically, I don't know, my shows ain't as good as Kelly's, I don't think, but I basically interview people that have encounters or have abilities to do things. And I share my encounters over there as well. So yeah, check it out. And I'm also on Facebook, Ethan Oates. So
With
check
an
me
E.
out.
It's OATES, just like you see
Yeah.
on the screen.
Yep.
Yeah. Not oats like oatmeal.
Yeah.
It's another kind of oats.
Oats. And Ursol, he doesn't have any social media, so
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm in chats.
but you can find him here on Kelly's show or over there on my channel as well. So
He's a ghost for a reason. It's all good.
yep.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being with us. And we will see you again next time. Peace
Awesome.
out.
Good night.